Good morning. We were up for 7. I should give you the real reason we were up at 7. Because Ray wanted to puke. You've never seen a man move so quick with them zippers. I don't know if you can make out the wee beasties and the cordies. We brought a few of them in. Yeah, there's a few thousand out, to say the least. So we can't do anything out there until the sun comes out at least. I'm itching already. Ugh. Bit me on my hands again. Little sods in there. Don't have itch. So I'm just waiting and lying here, hoping the sun comes up very soon and we don't get too hot in here. Sorry. Oh, I'll do that in a minute. I had another awful slate. I think I know what the reason is. Because I'm on a slant, I'm sliding down to the tent all the time and I don't seem to be able to get comfortable. Looking at the tent on the video or whatever, it doesn't look like it's slanted, but it is. And that means my sleeping bag is sliding on my mat. My mat's okay on the mat, on the ground shit floor. But, yeah, I just couldn't. I keep shimmying and couldn't get my neck right. And, I think the reason I sleep later is because I'm tireder. But, yeah, we've got a few million midges inside the tent. Yeah, awful little things. I mean, like now I could be packing up, getting breakfast, couldn't I? But I'm restrained by the little so-and-sos. So we just have to do it. Otherwise it's just chaos out there, trying to bag up with all the midges flying around your head, even with a net on. You start rushing and doing things wrong, start shouting at the dogs, bringing the tent down wrong, everything goes chaos. You'd be better off doing it later when it's calmer. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Last night, got out with the dogs about, I don't know what time it was, 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, somewhere around there. And I saw a torchlight, not too far away. I don't think it was at the loch, unless it's very, very strong light. It seemed nearer, but there was definitely a torchlight. So I don't know if someone's camping nearby. That's a strange one. Maybe we'll see someone tomorrow. But I don't think it's at the lochs because they're quite a way away, them lochs. Sorry, Loch Dochard is. So unless he's come up, he or she's come out halfway the trail, that first camp spot, and pitched there maybe. Be somewhere different. I doubt if we see anyone. Right. Rest here for about another hour probably until the sun starts coming up as strong as it'll get in the morning, and hopefully a breeze will pick up. We need a breeze. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Wait for that sun to creep over. Don't know if you can catch the midges. They're out, they're all over me. Don't know if you'll get the tops. They're all over the camera. Yeah, the sun's creeping down and round. Once that sun comes round, it'll get quite warm. It's behind that mountain at the moment. But it's creeping around as it will get us in about the next hour. I'll peel the sides off so that when the sun comes it can dry everything out, hopefully. Or start to. As you can see, zero breeze. But you'd expect no breeze at this time of the morning. It takes a couple of hours to kick up. It's the sun we need. The sun keeps them away as well. Got to get in and dive and hide. That gives you an idea of what the midges are like outside at the moment. I'm not that much better inside, to be honest. Peeling the sides off, because at the moment it doesn't make sense because they're all out there hunting for us. As soon as the sun comes up, they'll clear off and hopefully a breeze. Well, that's what it's like. Lovely, aren't they? She's fighting with the ones indoors. Oh, sorry, you aren't seeing. I can't make you smaller. But yeah, not a good time to go out. Are you ready, monsters? Are we going to face the midges? It's 8:30. I need to get moving. I've been bagging up in here, but we need to face the music and dance, as they say. I've still got to shake sugar. Need sugar. Right. Gonna do the best I can. Just take it steady, no rush, even if I'm being eaten, because wherever we go, we'll be eaten. So it's until that sun comes up. We smell, I smell, tent smells. It's got dog smells, puke smells, you name it. Bliss in here. Needs air. So the only way we're going to do that is going out. So hopefully the sun will keep them at bay. Dogs will probably be running around in circles, panicking because they're attacking them, but there's not much else I can do. But if I stay in here any longer, I'll get completely bored and we'll start getting too hot as well. Right, we're going to make a break for it. Bit late, 10:37, but we couldn't get out till about 9 o'clock out the tent. About 8:45 I think I got out again. That's where we were. As you can see, it was sloping. I was there, so my legs were kept going that way. I was drawing to the side of the tent. Dogs are fine here. No, left no trace. Everything's tidy. Look at that beast. The idea of taking some weight of the food and putting in rogues because we've eaten, because Rebels hadn't been touched, has gone out the window because she was sick this morning because she ate too much grass. She hasn't eaten any dinner. So that means she's low on food intake. So going up there is going to be a struggle for her. So poor dad has to struggle even more. So the pack is going to be about 60 pounds at least, because I couldn't take the food out and put it in there. So she's got dog beds and dog jackets, which the pack is so light. I'm feeling it now. She's lucky if she's got 4 or 5 pounds, only because she's small. And I can't take a chance of her getting ill. She's been puking and she looks right now, but she's a little bit off this morning. She just eats too much of this grass. That upsets her stomach through the night, and that's what was happening while she was restless through the night, and that was making me restless. I let them out about 3 times, whereas normally they sleep through the night. And then, of course, about, 7 o'clock, she's doing that oop, oop, oop. And you've never seen me move so fast, I tell you. Midges I didn't care about. I just had to get that zip out, and I didn't want to smell a dog puke in my tent for the next 3 days. So that's thrown that out the window, but everything's secure. I just got to get on my back. Check the weather forecast. Today's 23, tomorrow's going to be 18, Monday's going to be about 16 and raining. Tuesday's going to be 10. And that's when we're getting out. We're getting out in the morning, hopefully. So I might tweak it and get out a bit earlier. I'll see. I don't really want to be daytime temps of 10 when we've been hitting 23s and 24s, because we're going to feel it big time. So everything's tidy. No mess left. Just flat grass. Right. All we've got to do is get up there. Sounds easy, doesn't it? There's no guarantee we can get up there. There was supposed to be a track. I was looking at a garden, I was telling you yesterday, that goes up this one, then goes halfway and then just stops because there's a sheer face, it looks like.
So maybe that's why they've stopped that track. So it's just to get out and have a look, or I don't know what, people kind of climb or something. But on Google and searching online, people have used a track that follows up this river that's flowing down between at the valley, and there's a way up. But I've never been, I've only been 3/4, so I don't know what the end is like. So at least at worst scenario, I'll cover the end, and I've done the end of that one, and I've done the end of that one. Will have done the end of that one, so that's good. But I'd love to get on the tops. But if it's a sheer face or absolute serious risk, you know what I mean, I'm not going to push it. I'm carrying 60 pounds with 2 Dumbos and 1 15-year-old dog. I don't want to push my luck, do I? So we'll see. We'll might have to alter plans. Right, let's get going, or we'll never get going. One summer I walked all the way up, more or less halfway the valley, just on this. Obviously winter you can't do it. In summer it dries right out. One summer really dry conditions, much drier than this year. And there was just a trickle coming down here. The only thing you got to be careful is walking on here, this wet stuff. This black mossy stuff is very slippery. You'll easily go over. I'm up. There's no wind. If I was carrying this pack with a little bit of breeze going up, oh, such a difference. But no. Right, follow this up, cross over, try and get on the right hand side. Stella in her plunge pool. How many is that now? About 6 or 7. Go for a swim, look. Oh, I got midges in me. Wish I could do that. Pack and all. Always keep your eyes on the track. Do no photoing or video moving. This is the reason why. Look at that one. Can you see the length of that? 3.5 feet. Take you right up to your hip. And it's still boggy at the bottom. That's the reason why you do not video like this, not looking where you've put your feet. I learned a long time ago not to do that. Snapped tendons in my ankle, heard them crack. Still carried on hiking though, like an idiot. 1.5 in pain that night. I did 2 more days hiking, I believe. It was Kinder Scout, maybe 1 more day's hiking. It's on one of the videos. I actually heard it crack. It sounded like something hitting the windscreen. That kind of crack. I thought I broke an ankle at one point. You know that 30 seconds where you go, have I broken something? You're waiting for the pain to kick in, and it didn't. So I got out, I knew I'd injured it. Took loads of painkillers. I've got some really good strong ones. Changed direction, headed to the nearest river I knew. Just stuck it in there and it absolutely killed. Just soaked it for about half an hour and it's absolute murder. It was so cold, the water, but also the pain. Put my boots back on, not too tight, and carried on hiking up Kinder Scout. And managed to make it, pitched early. I did pitch early if I remember right, but managed to make it to the top of Kinder Scout. Fairbook Naze. Long time ago. Woo! Slight breeze then. I was sapping it up. No trail, I'm following a deer trail. There was a trail here, but no one started using it, so I think it's just overgrown. Still, want some love? Sorry, dogs. No, go away, you might knock me off. He's clumsy. Go. Too much love and they'll knock me right off the slope there. I'm on a little bit of a slope. I've covered both slopes, higher ups, so I'm going straight through the middle, and I did that purposely to leave straight through the middle for us one day to go up. Stella's off looking for plunge poles. Crazy dogs. Things they do just to have a dunk. I'm sweating from every spot you could think of. As I say, it's 23, no wind, and then every now and then a little breeze comes. Yeah, in here. Got to take a detour, it's narrowing up there with boulders. There'll be holes round the boulders. This way, you freak. See, it's a deer trail or something. They can do it, I won't. I don't know, can I slope up on the right? Might be, hold on. I'll carry on, I might be able to slope on to the right. Should hit the 3/4 mark soon, and there's a breeze. Oh, thank God. Oh, boy. That is so nice. Oh, yes please. Makes such a difference. Right, nearly at the 3/4 mark. Well, it's a little bit more than that, to be honest. Here's the boulder, that last big boulder on the left. That was where we ended in the winter, March. Took the pack off, had a rest. Needed it. It's a slog up there. Lie down, Stella, rest. I want the dogs to rest as well. Rebel, rest. Plats. Still hot. Right, looking up there, centre looks too hard, but I'm thinking, can I flank it to the right up here, this slope that goes behind this one. Now the only problem with that is when I get up there, is it going to be steep to get up onto that middle mountain, Monroe Mountain, whatever it is. We've got to get up high anyway. I want to fly the drone and I want to be pitch high so we get some breeze and some, you know, out of the shade. But we'll have to see. We just have to see. But I think that is going to be too hard for sure. It's not 2/3 you can get at, it's that bit there at the end. It looks like dry waterfall. We'll see. We'll just take it as it comes. So that's the 3/4 mark that I said was 3/4, but it's a bit further. We're well past that. We started this triangle rock. Take my pack off because I've got to traverse up there at an angle and try and get to the tops later. But what I want to do is take the dogs and go to the end of this, bring a bottle, bring my Garmin, and check out the end. Make sure there's nothing out of order, you know what I mean? And put my hat on because it's getting hot. Well, I got up here and I thought I could go traverse 3/4 of the way up, then it didn't look too bad. But it's bad. Dear. Probably on this video it don't look bad. Trust me, it's bad. It's like a dead end. But it's brilliant to pitch on, and I'm looking at a flat area up there to pitch on. I wanted to get on the tops, but I got a 15-year-old dog that 3 weeks ago couldn't make the back door. I think even trying me with a 60-pound pat, trying to get up that is too dangerous. But I can get the drone out, I can get the tent pitch. It's nice and enclosed. It might get more shadow earlier, that's the only problem, but it should get cooler as well, so that'd be nice, so we won't be so hot. And it should warm up quick because it's sunny early in the valley for some reason, the way the sun comes out. Does it come up from the east? I think it does, doesn't it? It comes out from the east rises from the east, sets in the west, something like that. I don't know how many feet we've climbed, but it's high. But I'm looking at that flat area there, or any good flat areas up there. I've got to push further up because I've got to search. What I'll do is drop some bits off, well, not much. Come back, get the pack, drop it off. Yeah, I think that's just asking for trouble, trying to get up there. 3/4 I can get at a traverse, but then I'm stuck. So what I can do is spend time, once tent's set out and the dogs are fed and all that, I can get the drone out and scan around. And I can do more with the drone than I can do physically. I also can let the dogs run around and they might pick some out, you never know. I ain't seen a single deer. Right, let's move on and let's have a look for a pitch spot. What a slog that was. And yeah, that is a bit crazy. But look how it opens. I thought it narrow. So I've got to get the drone out and kind of nose around. I think we've got a plunge pool. I'm going to get Stella down to the plunge pool. She likes to soak. But this is where we're going to be pitching. Here, there's one rock there, but it's got quite a big, and it's tufty, so it'll be soft. And it's drier, so I'm hoping there'll be less midges. But is that possible? Hard work. Exhausted. Done 4.16 miles. I try and keep Stella's limit at 4 miles, so there was no way I could get up there. God, look at that. I'm telling you, the camera doesn't do it justice, it's steep. When you're down there, it looks small. There used to be a track. You could probably do it with a day pack. Again, that one looks small from here, but when you get on it, a bit more sheer. Hence why not many people use it. I've got to get a drone out later. Right, start into donk, then set a tent up. Not going for it? Yeah, might be slippery. My legs might be a bit weak now as well. So I don't want to push it. Look where we found. Lovely waterfall. Oh, beautiful, eh? Plate of water around. Don't think you can get down here, Stella, can you? It's a bit dangerous for you. Alright, we're going. No, I'm not going to push it with you. You might be a bit tired. Right, set tent up. Go on, go. Set up. Getting organised. Lie down. Lie down. Sorry for shouting there. I want to keep them cool. It's very hot out. I'm going to get a temperature reading in a minute. I'll let you know. The wind is blowing, believe it, up, and then sometimes it's coming back down. Don't ask me why. Solar panels ready, bed's drying off, pack emptied, jacket's ready. My slippers are damp from. It's all dry around here, so unless it rains, that is. But it'll drain off. So that's better. I'm hoping to be less midges where it's dry. You never know, do you? But there again, there'll probably be more shade, because that will creep round during the afternoon. Then it'll go quite cool. But then the midges will be out. But after the trek we're done, I think we could do with a rest. So not too much of a problem. Get the drone out a bit later and scan all those top end where I haven't covered. Because I didn't realise, I thought it narrowed, but it's really open out, a big bowl. So like up there, I haven't been. So scan it there. But there's no way Neil could have got out there. He ain't got the experience to do that. I mean, I've been doing this all my life and I would find that challenging without the dogs, you know what I mean? With a pack on. I know Neil didn't have a pack, but he was 72 and not well. He's not, you know, in great health, so that's disabling him straight away. Nah, he'll not get up there. You might go try, but you'd fall, and you would find it. So scan this with the drone. Have a look around when I get some time, during breaks. See how the evening goes with midges. That's the problem, you see. Stuck in the tent to 9, packing up, then lumping up all the way up there, pitching. Then you've got to settle down probably 6 o'clock-ish, maybe a bit early here, I don't know. And it just cuts your day. It's so short. If it weren't for the midges, you could get up early, set off early, nice and cool. That was murder coming up there because it's so boggy. There's millions of holes. Some of the grass is tall as your knees, maybe a bit taller, so you can't see where you're putting your feet. So uneven, so you know there's no sturdy ground to kind of get a good footing. There's them sticky flies everywhere, but which makes you surprised there's none up here, or not yet anyway. And they were sticking to me no end. I was sweating like God knows what, trying to replace fluids, and it was hot, no, not a breeze. And then more or less when I got here, the breeze started. Typical, isn't it? So you can't win, but hey, we got it. Yeah, way too hard for Stella, way too hard for me with a heavy pack. Lightweight pack, no dogs. Yeah, I could just take my time going up there, zigzagging up. But and that one won't be no better, as I say, when you get to it. But what a lovely place. Definitely no one round here, not alive anyway, and I don't mean that in any disrespectful way. I'm out of breath, I'm waffling, got to charge my phone, have some lunch, and then I've got to feed the dogs late because them two had double helpings. Rogue was still being sick on the way up, and yeah, she'd been eating grass again. Behind me she must be eating grass, so and so. Hopefully she'll stop doing that and stop being sick. So silly, isn't it? Dogs do it though. It's not anything health-wise with her, it's a bad habit. When I collected her and got her home, she was sicking up threads, carpet threads or something. It was a bad habit that she'd been lying on this kind of fluffy mat or something in the cage, which was way too small for her, way too small. But I don't know if through stress or whatever, she started ripping the mat up and swallowing threads. And that's something she does either when she gets excited or, I don't know, maybe stress. I don't know what it is. But it's something she does, and I can't alter that. That's something she either has to grow out of or learn. Right, see what the temperature is. That's where the wind's coming from. They said 23. It's nearly 27 degrees. Probably when I had no wind, it was 27, 28 degrees when I was coming up here. Well, it's 27 now. So it was probably even hotter. See, when that wind stopped. Trying to catch it. There it goes. It's bang central more or less. 1.92 miles an hour. That's not much, is it? So now you see. I've got sticky inside on my hand. So it's a good 28 degrees, I reckon, coming up because there was no wind. Crazy. Well, I haven't stopped. I have to moan, don't I? As you can see, we're in the shade. I'll go back to that in a minute. Anyway, had my lunch after feeding the dogs. Rogue's still not eating, and she's still puking and pooping grass. God, how much she must have eat. I weren't watching. Anyway, tent's up there. So I saw a shadow creeping along here, nice and slow, and I thought, well, I better get a drone out quick as possible because I might have the light, you know what I mean, for the camera on the drone. So got it out. Shut it up there, zigzag backwards and forwards, checking. I've done all this lower stuff. Me and Rebel had just done that. Got to the top, started hitting shadow. I couldn't even see where I was going with the drone. It was warning me of obstacles, so I had to back off. I couldn't see. Trying to get it up high, restricted my altitude because I've set it at the legal limit, and maybe that was the wrong thing to do. Anyway, came down in the shadow and couldn't see a thing. So you will see on the drone footage me go back a couple of times, square it off, look into it. Came down, took it all down, took it probably round this corner and probably halfway down the valley, making sure I got reception. Now I got down to like 24% on battery. Decided to return it to home. Was putting the drone away and getting everything all sorted, and realised we were in shadow. It came so quick. Now, look at it, it's gone. I thought about moving at one point, but it's no point. The shadow's coming so quick. Now, I checked last night just to see how it goes, and the shadow came like it's doing now, and then later it went sunny again because the sun moved around and obviously got into this gap as it was going low. So I'm hoping something similar like that happens today. So the shadow creeps up, and then as the sun comes round, because it really dips in the V there, I'm hoping that it'll clear again with semi-sunlight at least. But it's now, oh, I haven't checked, I've got my compass on, sorry, hold on. It's now 20 to 5, it's just flown by. So, whilst all that shadow was coming and I was thinking about moving, it's just no point because the shadow's creeping so quick. I decided to do some searching along there with Rebel because he's stuck with me. So we're going back and just going up this side. Drone's captured most of it. I faced it off, I couldn't face it off much into there. I did try, but I can't, because of the shadow, I could not see what I was looking into. And I was scared I'd run into the side of the wall. But I did get a good look at this one all the way out. I tried to take it up to the top, but it wouldn't allow me, it restricted me again. I don't know if I should alter them settings, I think. Just got to be careful no helicopter comes over tiny or something like that. But when I was over there, it's like 10 degrees hotter than it is here. And it's been 26 all day. Here it's about 16, 14, 16. I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely soaked in sweat from searching over there in the sun, because the sun was much low, the shadow was much lower a minute ago. And I'm just so happy for some shade. Now I know the midges will be in there. What I do, I'll pull the dogs out when it's time to settle down. I'll get out, set everything up, make sure the dogs stay out, and I'll waft all the midges out and get the dogs in quickly and zip up. And hopefully we'll get rid of most of them. What happens is they want to go in there. There's shadow everywhere now, so they won't just want to go in the tent. They just want to go where there's oxygen, carbon dioxide they go for, so the dog's breathing it and me. So if we all pull out and I start wafting it, they should get out. Then zip up quick and settle down, but not yet. It's too early for that. So, got prep for tonight. But Rogue is not eating. I've got to get her evening meal, otherwise she's going to be poorly, really poorly. Stupid girl. She's always done this. I got into Glasgow services last time. You know, the one right on the edge of Glasgow, going south. I can't remember what it's called. Going towards Penrith way, you know, on that, is it an 84 or whatever it is? But anyway, it's the very edge, half a mile outside Glasgow. Bothwell, is it Bothwell? Something like that. But anyway, we got in the car park, she started umping, next minute coughed out great big mass of grass, about the size of my fist nearly. She must have had that in there for, I don't know how many hours. Stupid girl. Something not right with her. She's sweet and all that, but she has got a screw loose sometimes. Not like Rebel. He eats grass, but You don't go mad, do you, Rebel? You're loyal. Stella's tired. That's the reason she ain't with me. If she were younger, she would be here now. I was surprised how well he stuck with me. Good boy. Right, enough waffling. Let's face the music and dance with the midges. But I must say, I know everyone say, oh, you're stupid pitching there and all that. Probably was. But it wouldn't have made any good difference if I was over there. But I've got to say, it's so nice and cool. When you've been sweating all day, it's so nice to chill. And I feel nice and cool here. We've got plenty of water. I just wish I brought some shorts, I'd jump in. I'm that sweaty today. Maybe too much info there. Had a great day, but tiring coming up here. Very, very hard work. You know, you're carrying a heavy pack. It's not fun. The train's against you. I've got something in my hat. What have I got on my hat? I've got bugs on my head. Here we have a different insect. More flies. Down there it's like midge, but it's also them sticky flies. They're everywhere down there. It was like a nature reserve. I had a lizard or something. I don't know what it was last night. Luckily I got it out, put it out nice and safe, and it crawled under my rucksack. So I was hoping it ain't in my rucksack, otherwise I'll be bringing it home. So I'll have to check that on the last day. Don't want to kill it. I'm sure it's cleared off. Am I waffling again? Yeah, good job I didn't start moving, wasn't it? I really was seriously looking for a flat piece over there and going to move my gear, but you ain't going to win, are you? There's one. Look, these things. Look at them. Not many up here, thank God. But they love to crawl, get on the back of your neck. They don't bite, thank God. Pain in your backside there. Right, let's see what camp's like. It's probably covered in midges. Dogs are in a tent. Got most of the midges out. Again, with the two doors, makes it so much easier. Just waft it like crazy, they'll go one way or the other. I'm standing here, not going in, because there's a breeze. And whilst there's a breeze, no insects would be flying around me. They said northeasterly, which should be kind of that direction. Instead, it's northwesterly. But that weather station's 19 miles away. That's the nearest one to us. Now down there, they're still in the sun, which we would have been like yesterday. But the thing is, there's no breeze because the mountains are shielding in that area down the bottom there. So, as I found out last night, for the last hour, there was zero breeze. And yet we had all the sunshine. So when we were in the tent, we were cooking. Here, we're going to be cooler, but it'll be nicer. Temperature will drop probably tonight, but I'll make sure. Rebel don't normally get covered. I'll throw my coat over him or something like that. So he does get something over him. The other two, they should be okay. But yeah, I'm not going to dive in the tent. They're settled, they're tired. Rogue, I'm trying my hardest to get eats. Once she eats, it'll settle her tummy down. Of course, their tummy's all over the place, she won't eat. So sometimes it's best just to starve it. Now she's puked everything out. And she'll probably be all right tomorrow morning. Silly dog. But enjoyed the day. It's just, today's just flown. Literally, as with the drone. But no, it's just, I don't know where the time's gone. We got here, what, 1:30, something like 22, 1:30, something like that. And them last few hours, I'm so glad I didn't move the tent. I was so tempted to move it over, thinking the sun would last longer over there, but thankfully I couldn't find anything decent over there. I didn't fancy trudging it all over. This is a nice spot. Got water nearby. There is a bit of a boggy patch there where the water's obviously run down the mountain and kind of collected when it's rained and then run down. But if it did rain, it would puddle there near the side of the tent but then go down. So that area's nice and dry. But up here, I've been walking around searching with Rebel. And over that side it's boggy nearly every 10 paces. There's nowhere really dry over there. There's all little funnels and boggy patches and marshlands and everything. It's all the runoff from the mountain. But yeah, that's pretty steep. Trust me, yeah. Could I have got up? Let's have a look. I would have come up there, but then it would have been over rock, going up on rock, and that's a bit iffy. I could have gone up that, but I'm guessing that would be boggy and slippery, because it looks like a water channel. I think the best bet is the rock. Yes, you could get up, but with a 60-pound pat, nah. And with a 15-year-old dog, nah. Shame. I will get on one of these tops. I know in the other valley you can get on the top, so we'll probably have to do that one day. Just to do it, because it's getting on my nerves. But yeah, there's nowhere up there. Zero places up there. Oops, sorry, you're on there. Zoomed. I was looking up there, there's nowhere up there. Sheer, innit? And that one, again, you'd probably be going up rock. Loose rock, slippery, hard going, especially with the heavy pat. That's why no one comes out here. Probably too hard. Whereas other areas you've got a trail. Look at that wind. Absolutely beautiful. I would say it's about 5 miles an hour. Enough to keep the bugs away. And it's much needed, to be honest. As I was saying, I was so sweaty. It's been very uncharacteristic for this time of year for Scotland. I mean, you saw the temps, 28s, 29s, touching sometimes, then dropping down to about 26. I mean, and yesterday was hotter. Yesterday was a hotter day. I actually felt it. So, bit of good time, but plan of action now, yeah, good point. Can't go that way, so we've got to go back down. So, we ain't got time to turn around and go up the other one because the weather's turning on Monday and then it's terrible on Tuesday. It's 5 millimeters of rain so far on Monday, which is not too much, but Tuesday's 15. That's a hell of a lot of rain coming down in one day. So, you know, and that's an average, don't forget. So, probably tomorrow, set off back down nice and slow, past where the nature reserve campsite is, because that is just too buggy, and get to where me and Mike camped, you know, the volunteer for the hike for Neil, near the river, where Stella did that first river crossing when we came up. That's going to push it to about 5 miles, but if I take it in stages, slow tomorrow, because we ain't got a challenge, plus my pack should be even lighter tomorrow, but it's all downhill. That then gives us a good jump on Monday, if the weather's bad, to go from that spot where we're going to camp near the river to the Black Hut by Loch Dochard to shelter and have lunch if it is pouring it down, and kind of try and take some refuge in bad weather, and then try and pitch somewhere near the plantation again. That's not too buggy, and we probably might be wet, so that could be a wet camp. I don't know what the forecast, they're not giving me an hourly one, they're just giving me the day one, so I've had 2 forecasts, so I've got another 8 messages I can check. So I left the emergency ones for, you know, when I'm here out of range as such. You don't get no one up here at all. So we'll check more tomorrow, and that'll be a more up-to-date one. So tomorrow it's going to be about 18, cloudy with sunny spells. I'm hoping the sun's going to rise there and hit us, rather than if we were pitched over there, it takes a while to get round. So with a bit of luck, we might get sunlight quite early. Whereas when we were down there, it took a while to get us because it had to come over the mountains to hit us. So I'm hoping the angle is going to be, it's all about angles. It's like this today. The sun was just behind that, just behind the lip all the way up. That's when we got the shadow. But there again, we wouldn't have got shadow, sunlight much longer. We would have if we got on the top, and that was the plan. Right, enough rambling. Settle down. Well, the sun's about gone. Midges will be out. It's a bit cooler here. You can feel it, fresh air coming down, so I think that'll keep them at bay, the little buggers. Midges I'm on about, not dogs. Back to 2.5 dogs. Rogue's now eating. I managed to coax her to get eating. Makes me feel better because you always worry about if a dog's not eating, starting to vomit, they're losing fluids. Thankfully, I was getting her in the water all the time. But in these temperatures, it can go down with heat stroke. So once she starts eating, then you know she's okay. She came out a minute ago, started barking, and it was echoing around this like basin, and she was barking out her own bark that was echoing. Absolute loon, isn't she? I'm on this video. I'm looking at the screen. It looks nice and bright. Honestly, it's really, really dim. I can't turn the brightness down, I don't think. And, I was just trying to show you what it looks like because it don't look like this at all. But yeah, it's brisk up here, which is nice. That'll keep the midges. Now the wind's picking up again. If it's like this at like 1 o'clock when I get up, that'd be brilliant. But I'm guessing it'd be quite chilly, and it'll be chilly about 3-4 in the morning. So I've got to make sure Rebel's covered with my coat at least. I try and stretch it to the blanket, which is more than big enough, but he avoids the blanket like the plague. So the other two are fine, but I normally wake up and find at least one of them not uncovered. And Stella's normally a cocoon, like one of them little worms, you know what I mean, or caterpillars. or just the eyes and nose out. She's clever, so she's nice and toasty. Got to get the jackets on as well. That's another thing. Right, I'm going in. It's chilly.